Doubleheader here from LaSalle College High School, the host site of the girls District 12 title games. We saw Archbishop Wood take down Mastery North in the 4A girls title game, and now 7 o'clock start, Archbishop Carroll, the representatives from the Catholic League here in the District 12 6A Championship, taking on the representatives of the Public League, Central High School. Bob Long, Ray Gomez, and Will Ryan alongside. This Archbishop Carroll team, Will and Ray, this is a team that was unbeaten through the regular season in the Philadelphia Catholic League, lost just 4 games overall, lost in the Catholic League Championship game to Cardinal O'Hara, but every goal, Ray, in front of this team right now. Both these teams are going to qualify for the state. The question is, who's going to be that top seed, maybe get that more advantageous route through the state tournament?
Yeah, Bob, I mean, I'm hoping for another great game. I mean, the last game that we watched with Wood, it was certainly not certainly it was a great game shooting wise, and I'm hoping for the same thing, and that's a great way to start it off.
Number 24, Grace O'Neill, the senior, a star here for this Archbishop Carroll team. You'll hear a lot from her.
4-time All-Catholic selection.
7:36 to go, a whistle in the opening stages. O'Neill, 24 games played on the year, averages 3 caroms per game, 46 steals. Quite the output from her.
It's already interesting because Carroll already came out to try and pressure Central and the leading ball handler.
Out of bounds, touched on the baseline by Central. Number 3, Jada Wright. But opportunity, Ray, they're going to come out and do full court pressure.
I like the aggression both teams are starting off the game with. That's what you want to see. This is for the 5A state
6A.
or 6A, excuse me, 6A District 12 championship, and you want to put a lot on the line. You're going to go to the state title regardless. Now it's for bragging rights for District 12, and you want to win that. And coming out aggressive is exactly what you want to do.
Archbishop Carroll into the offensive set. Central in a man-to-man. Really good look. Extra pass along the baseline. Inside, that's a great finish. Wilson on the assist. Meg Sheridan, the junior, puts it in.
Great finish, too. Some contact, being able to get above the defender and putting a nice soft touch off the glass to get that ball in.
Now Central looking to get into the offense. Dressed in the maroon here tonight. Wright has it at the top of the key, awaits a ball screen. Now this is Hogan. Hogan somehow kept it alive, but that one was blocked. Here comes Carroll the other way.
Wilson, just great job staying in front of her, staying in front of the girl she's defending and being able to block that ball and being able to get or come away with the ball.
That 3 is good. Number 24, Grace O'Neill. She's already got 6.
She might have to do a heat check soon, already feeling herself only a few minutes into this game.
And Carroll picks up full court, nearly forced the turnover. Kylie Fry has it now. And quite the big defender, Maggie Grant, on the much smaller Fry. That's a matchup that Central is going to have a tough time with. Spinning inside, not quite able to get it off the glass. Number 15, Sophia Meir. Carroll runs the break and a kickball. We'll keep it with the Patriots of Archbishop Carroll, 8-0, 5:34 to go first quarter.
Bob, I like the look from Meir on that last possession. It might have not fallen, but I like the technical footwork with that shot, being able to get over the bigger defender in front of her.
Grant a little bit short, good rebound. Marley Caesar brought it down. And excited to see what she can do in the front court. She'll have a lot to contend with Taylor Wilson and Maggie Grant. There's a giveaway. Numbers here. Has Grant if she wants her. Instead, all the way to the 10. Nicely done. Grace O'Neill, that's 10 early. Beg your pardon, 8 early for her of the Archbishop Carroll 10. And a giveaway gives it right back to Archbishop Carroll. So we saw, Ray, in the first game, Archbishop Wood able to get out to a great start. Big 20-plus point run from the late first to the early second quarter. Archbishop Carroll, they're starting out big time. Another one almost went that time from O'Neal, but just continuing to get open looks. That's all that Renee Shields is going to be able to ask for from this team, creating those great offensive opportunities. I
like that she's coming out in pressure, Bob, because that really shows, like, it's just showing the pressure that they're trying to give to the Central team. They're bobbling the ball constantly, trying to bring this ball up the court. And there's a double dribble, as we saw earlier. There was a travel violation. This pressure by Carroll is really able to throw this Central offense just out of whack. They haven't felt comfortable at all in this game.
Well, and that's one way to get it inside. Great job by Archbishop Carroll. And the home run pass intercepted by Meg Sheridan. Bucket on the other end went to Taylor Wilson. That one no good. Wilson tried to bring it down, instead called for a foul. Excellent job inside. Williana David.
Bob, Central has to break this press. They haven't been able to get the ball past their free throw line on their side of the court because of this press. It's just made them uncomfortable, unable to hand the ball, and unable to really just do anything, even move up the court. They're doing the right thing now, taking it nice and slow, making sure to try and get it up.
Good poke from behind by O'Neal. Taylor Wilson, of note, picked up her second personal foul. Just 2 team fouls against Archbishop Carroll thus far, but both going against Wilson. She remains out there for the time being. Tough pass through traffic, and a whistle is going to go against Archbishop Carroll.
That was a great job by Mir, trying to hold on to that ball after a really hard pass to her hands, trying to fight for that ball, being able to somewhat keep possession enough to get a foul call to save her from the turnover.
Well, you said it well there, Ray, and maybe more diplomatically, because I don't know that she had possession. I think that's a tough call going against Archbishop Carroll there. But let's see what Central can do with this opportunity. Tough shot. I thought that might have been a foul. On a recoil, no. And knocked out of bounds by Central. So Archbishop Carroll defensively, they give up an offensive rebound, but just enough contest, Ray, to make that second shot come up short.
I mean, Bob, I agree. That first shot, I think, was a foul, but you get some and you win some, you lose some. You know, that earlier call for the foul on Carroll, obviously, as you said, didn't look like she had possession, but they got the foul call, and then they got the foul not called when they went up for the layup. So you win some, you lose some in the game.
It all evens out.
Yes, exactly. That's how it always works.
To put it tersely, that's right. 3:52 to go first quarter. 12-0, Archbishop Carroll in control. On a dribble drive all the way to the 10, a little short off the front rim, off the hands of Sophia Mir. And here comes Carroll the other way. And a foul called. An easy one there. Great job by Cortland Schumacher, the junior, attacking the outside hip of the defender. Not in legal guarding position, and a block. First team foul against Central.
I mean, right, trying to get back to defend the basket, but just couldn't set her feet for Central. But here she has a chance to score for them.
Too strong off the window. Brooke Hippert brought it down. Double team. This is going to be a tough spot. Great job by O'Neal.
As Will said, she's a 4-time All-Catholic for a reason, and she proves it right there, being able to get through the pressure and being able to pass that ball out and give her team a good offensive possession.
Good opportunity here for Central. Good anticipation from number 3, Jada Wright. Just couldn't quite make the interception there. And then on the other end, a quick miss from Archbishop Carroll. Leads to the break. No numbers, but they're going to get the foul call. So sending Sarah Hogan to the line.
Sarah Hogan saw what she wanted. When you're watching this play, she sees the defender not ready, and she just goes immediately right into them, causing the contact to get the foul call.
Oh, the iron unkind there.
Oh, my gosh.
Our buddy Tim Brandel. That's his go-to. Second one no good, but offensive rebound pulled away there by Carroll. Alternate possession sends it in favor of the Patriots. 3:02 to go first quarter. Well, Ray, quite a job by Archbishop Carroll to cast aside the Demons. A tough loss at the Palestra in the Catholic League title game, but still an undefeated regular season in conference play, and coming out sharp here in the District 12 6A title game.
Bob, they're proving why they're undefeated in the regular season. Grace O'Neill just playing out of her mind to start this game, hitting 8 straight buckets without missing, and being able to poke the ball from behind. That's her second time she's done that.
Yeah.
Been able to just throw this central offense just out of whack. I love the way she's playing her game, but that was, I don't know if that foul was on the ground. That looked like she was going up for a
That
layup.
is interesting, almost like she pulled it back. And you mentioned, 8 points for Grace O'Neill early on here in the first quarter. First personal foul goes against Sophia Meir.
Ray, I kind of tended to agree with you there. I thought that it probably was going up, and the reason why the ball eventually didn't go up was due to the contact.
Right.
But
Kick ball now gives it back to Central.
it seemed like she was in the motion, but again, you could see why the ref would say it was on the floor because the ball never did go up. So I guess an argument for both cases.
I think we got to talk about Sarah Hogan and how strong she's been going to the basket. She is not scared of this Archbishop Carroll defense, just running right at them, full steam ahead. If I'm her, I got to watch out for a charge call maybe later on.
Great look inside. Unbelievable pass by Maggie Grant. Brooke Hippert off the glass for 2. Good answer from the Patriots.
Yeah, before we can even mention Central getting on the board, Carroll responds, and that one might be off the knee of Central. Oh.
Yeah, I had it with you there. But last touched by Carroll per the officials. 1:57 to go first quarter. It's 14-2 in favor of Archbishop Carroll.
What's funny there, Bob, I thought the near side official was definitely waiting for the baseline official to make the call, but I think she was leaning towards off the knee of Central as she kind of seemed to be meandering her way back down the other side of the court. I then realized, it was a tough call. Again, questionable. We didn't know either way.
This one, much easier call. Good job getting the ball inside, contact, and the foul. Chance for 2 at the line for Liliana David.
I want to go back to the Archbishop Carroll play where they just scored. I want to talk about Maggie Grant. That's called unselfish basketball right there, finding the open girl down the court in the paint. Perfect bounce pass. I'm sure their coach loves to see that. That's what basketball is all about. That's how a team wins, is unselfish play. Grace O'Neill's having a great game, but because she's having a great game, the team around her is going to have a good game by her dragging defenders, as you can see there.
1:35 to go, first quarter action. Good drive inside and just couldn't quite get the other end of the pass there intended for Brooke Hippert. But I like the idea. Interior passing there, Ray. Little seal the defender from Hippert. Just couldn't quite get to the pass.
Henry, I like the idea too, Bob. I think that would have been a real highlight play there if she could have gotten that pass in there. But again, unselfish basketball. That's what Carroll's all about here, and they're showing it in this game.
Oh, that one's good with a little assistance from the wire up top. Doesn't matter.
We said
Right,
the
Will?
iron was unkind earlier. That time.
The wire, so kind.
Can we talk about how
That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Central?
That's what they say.
Sorry, Ray.
No, you're all good. I mean, you're not wrong. That was a very kind bounce. But I think we got to talk about how Central just has scored 5 straight points against this, or they've really gone on a scoring drive here to end this first quarter, sort of digging themselves up out of an 11-0 lead by Carroll.
And a travel call with 33 seconds left. And not to beat the dead horse, but if folks don't know what we're talking about, I'm not sure this is coming through your picture. There's a wire being held up from the ceiling at a 45-degree angle coming off the top of the backboard, basically holding up the stanchion there. And that ball very, very clearly tipped the wire. And in a normal circumstance, that would be out of bounds, but maybe a tough call to make in
Actually, I would say in every circumstance that ball should be out of bounds. But again, it's a small wire.
Yeah,
Again,
tough call.
Might not have been able to see it. That's her 11th point of this first quarter.
Grace O'Neill.
If I was good at math, I think I would be able to say it's 44 points she's projected for. I'm just kidding.
And that
But
is
heck
the
of a
end
first quarter for Grace O'Neill.
No doubt about it. 17-5. O'Neill puts the cap on it. And after 8 minutes, Archbishop Carroll leads by 12.
I couldn't agree more. I'm going to call that wire the hand of God a little bit. Just coming down, sort of tapping that ball in.
Oh, that's good.
But I'm sure Central is liking that little wire that's helping them out. And Grace O'Neill, I'm really enjoying watching her play. This is my first time seeing her all season, and she is amazing. Certainly a joy to watch, and she's certainly helping this Carroll team help their offense flow, not feeling too pressured by Central right now, getting in a rhythm. And 17-5 is a lot, but compared to the Wood game that we saw, Central still has a fight in them. They've been showing that with as I'm going to call it from now on, the hand of God little tap three, being able to get them 5 points. Now what needs to happen is they need to keep driving on this Carroll defense, because you're getting some foul calls, and with those foul calls, you go to the charity stripe. It's a nice, easy bucket because it's hard against this Carroll defense that is really pressuring them, not allowing them to shoot any threes. What you got to do is attack them, get them in foul trouble, and try and get some points in the second quarter.
And we do make the turn to the second quarter here on Bob Long Sports, broadcast partner of District 12. Bob Long, Ray Gomez, Will Ryan alongside. Happy to have the crew here tonight. There's an open three. That one a little long, but crashing the offensive glass and creating contact. Going to the line, Sophia Meir.
This Central team plays hard, fights on the glass, and they're pretty fun to watch. Although their shots not falling so far, still you can tell that they could get going soon.
Yeah, a nice job there by Meir, creating in traffic.
For them to get going, though, I feel like they got to make a couple of these at the stripe. Struggling so far.
But that's called boxing out right there. Even though the girl that she was boxing out was bigger than her, she was still able to get that rebound. I feel like we've been saying Meir's name a lot throughout this game. She's really all effort. She's that gritty player that every team needs, the glue, and she's showing it there, fighting for that rebound. Even though she might not be the tallest girl on the court, she certainly has a lot of heart.
7:43 to go. Second quarter action in Central. Picked up the pressure. Great job initially by Carroll. Now they do resettle it across the timeline. Meg Sheridan has it. Extra pass to the wing for three. Too strong off the window for Cortland Schumacher.
That was real nice ball movement, though, all created by the skip.
Oh, and I think that might have been last touched by Central there. Really good defense inside by number 22, Taylor Wilson.
I think Sarah Hogan has the right idea. Going right at this Carroll defense, trying to get a foul call there. She went up strong, just great defense by Carroll. They've been showing great defense this whole game. I don't think Central's really been open for a three. Now, of course, they did make one, but they have not looked open this whole game.
Wow, two in there on the block. Up the floor they come. Good jump stop, but that's going to be a double dribble. It's the right idea there. Play off 2 feet if you're Sheridan, but again, just kind of put it on the pavement a second time. As it turns out, both tonight and tomorrow, we're going to have 2 Catholic League teams that were fantastic all regular season, but both came up short in the title game. Tonight it's Archbishop Carroll exacting their revenge, certainly. They have looked great so far. And then tomorrow, Archbishop Ryan hosting the mighty Imhotep Panthers. A foul called in the backcourt. Just the third team foul called against Central. 6:27 to play second quarter. But that should be a great game. Will, we were about, 30 seconds away from that being a true city title game?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe, I'd hate to, rub it in Ryan's face at all because Ryan played a heck of a game. But if one of those threes fell, we were on the way for, a true city title game, which is something that you don't see that often anymore. No. With all the classifications, 6 different classifications. Now, obviously, in the Philadelphia Catholic League, there are only, I believe, 3 different, when I say 3 different classifications, I don't believe there's a 2A team. There's a 3A, there's a 4A, there's a 5A, there's a 6A. So 4 different classifications in terms of PCL teams.
Sure, and really, I get it. You know, the threes, and yeah, they got decent looks, but really that game was decided on that. Absolutely incredible. There's a foul inside. Taylor Wilson to the line for 2. An absolutely incredible lob from about just inside half court. A catch, a finish through contact, and one off the window. What a finish. And was it Amir Williams or was it Myers who put that one in for Newman Goretti?
It was actually the one who finished it against LaSalle as well, Masood Stewart.
Oh, it was Stewart, the big, okay.
Yeah, the strong, like 6-foot guard, Stewart.
Oh, right.
And
plays like a big.
Yeah, he does. He really does. And he plays above the rim, especially for a guard. Strong senior. And I believe, if I've heard correctly, he has been receiving some Ivy League interest. A kid with some college credits already. Smart kid, which you love to see in the Philadelphia Catholic League.
Wow, 2 incredible blocks there by Wilson. And it's going to be Carroll basketball. It's 5:47 to go. Second quarter action, 18-5.
Bob, I remember calling that Newman game. That was one heck of a game, Newman versus LaSalle. That Newman team is an amazing team, and Robert Wright certainly is going to be a great player for this Newman team for the next 2 years.
Sure, man, a lot of sophomores. A lot of sophomores on that team.
And some may argue that the player of the night at the Palestra back on Monday was Kafik Myers.
Yep.
And he is another sophomore with a Wichita State offer amongst others, and he's going to be awesome. But Rob Wright just picked up a Miami offer. That Newman Goretti team, like you said, Ray, just a joy to watch.
George Halkovich was in the house, lead assistant for Villanova University. No doubt to see Wright among others. Good idea on the pass, but I think the cut was not anticipated. Good idea from Brooke Hippert. Just a little too strong on the pass from number 12, Michaela Henry.
And just to touch on who we actually will see tomorrow, if you're looking for Division I talent, you've got Justin Edwards, you've got Ramir Barno, you've got Ahmad Noel, you've got Mo Abdullah, you've got Tom Sorber. Yep, and then if you want to just see a great high school player, not so much Division I as of right now, great high school player, it's Luke Boyd.
I mean, he was the key to that game for Archbishop Ryan. Now coming the other way. Could have been a hand check, not called. Way to go through the contact, almost finished it. That's Taylor Wilson having a big impact on this game thus far. Ray real close to getting that one through that cylinder.
Sarah Hogan had the right idea, trying to set her feet, trying to set some verticality, trying to stay still and not give them the foul. But I have to say that Taylor Wilson doing an amazing job, being able to sort of lean into her contact while she's trying to set her feet, being able to finish and just, or not finishing, excuse me, but being able to almost finish. And just, she's had an amazing night. This Carroll team is certainly one that's looking for some revenge after their loss in the playoffs.
Yeah, put it another way, right, to be able to get it above the rim through that contact and
earn the trip to the line.
Didn't go down, but yeah, you at least you give it a shot to get it over the rim. And making 2. That's a tough pass there, ambitious. It goes off the hands of her teammate, Brianna Felicity. Right back to Archbishop Carroll. In control, 4:40 to go, second quarter.
Ray, you touched on Central's little not 5-0 run, but quick 5 points. They've really struggled to score since then. 14 now for Grace O'Neill.
I think it might be 17, Will. Or it, oh wait, no, you are right. It is, excuse me, it is 14, but she.
Hey, just give it a couple minutes.
Yeah, I know. She is certainly has an amazing game and is really fun to watch. She looks like she'll be a great, has she committed anywhere, Bob?
Yeah, she's going to Drexel.
Oh yeah, she's going to be a great Drexel Dragon, that's for sure.
Foul called, again getting to the line. Central done a nice job of that so far. Sarah Hogan to the line, shooting 2.
That's her first team fifth on the line, shooting 2, Sarah Hogan.
They got to capitalize here, Bob. They haven't the whole game. I don't think they've made one free throw yet.
It has been a tough spot for them, certainly. They've had their opportunities, but not being able to cash in from 15 feet. And another couple of misses there. O'Neal, that was an ambitious pass. Good deflection out of bounds by Hogan, hustling all the way back.
I don't know if you guys saw that, but O'Neal would have been better served kind of throwing it back to the trail there.
An open 3-4, and that one's so close.
The rims have not been nice to Carroll a little bit. I've been seeing them bouncing a little in and out. That might just be my observation, but I feel like their shots have been bouncing a little in and out.
Also made a lot. 23 points here, 3.5 minutes to go.
Listen, I'm not saying they're not scoring, but I feel like they're getting robbed a little bit from scoring a little bit more.
Well, Will, you're a LaSalle basketball player. What, you tighten those rims tonight before this one?
I did not, but in this gym, I do know the rims I like and the rims I don't like. Specifically, I like that. And if you put down, 2 half courts here,
yeah.
I like the rim that we are going towards camera-wise up there.
Will, I have to disagree. I like the rim that's closer to us on that side.
Got
for
it.
some open gym. I swear to God, my three-point shot won't miss an open gym right there.
You guys can, do your own solitude shooting at opposing nets while you're in the gym together. There's an open 3. Back iron, no.
Oh, what a rebound.
And O'Neal's going to create an opportunity for her teammate who hits it. Lizzie Hennessy, the junior. And a quick stoppage at 3:25 to go. Now Archbishop Carroll starting to put some distance between themselves and Central. And again, they're going to end up with a decent first half total scoring-wise, but really it comes down to this defense holding Central to just the 5 points. That one's going to go off the leg and out of bounds. Last touch by Jada Wright from Central.
Yeah, and even when there's a defensive lapse there, it looked like there was a lane to the rim. Just unfortunate that Central couldn't control the ball.
I think Sarah Hogan's had the best idea so far for Central, just constantly driving, trying to keep control of the ball while you're going at this Carroll defense, trying to cause some fouls. I don't know how that was not a foul. She practically was moving in the air when she got hit.
O'Neal, got it.
16.
The Drexel Dragon just having an amazing game right there, playing really well. As I said earlier, she just helps create for this Carroll offense, making it easier for her teammates, being able to hit those open mid-range shots when they're driving or being able to pass and find the open teammate.
Liliana David, a nice finish on the other end. It's a football score, 28-7, 2:32 to go second quarter. O'Neal, good finish.
Speaking of football score, throwback to Bob Long Sports during our little South football season. This crew back together since football. I haven't been back together with you two since football, so it's nice to be back. All three of us have not been back together since football.
That's right. Did a couple of games down at Franklin Field, audio only, one of which was a District 12 semifinal.
Though I have to admit, my favorite game that I've ever called was with you and Will. The LaSalle St. Joe's regular season game. That was one for the ages.
An open 3. That's a little too strong. And last touched by Central. 1:51 to go second quarter. Central will remain in the full court pressure. Open 3 again. That one's good. A second one from Lizzie Hennessy. Hennessy has been excellent coming off the bench for this team. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc.
So much for what I was talking about, Bob. I don't know what I was talking about with these rims. This Carroll team has just been playing amazing so far in this game.
Well, and to your point, Ray, when you don't hit the rim, tough to get a tough hop.
That is very true. That is how basketball works, Bob.
That's right. I know you know from those open gyms here, man. You don't hit the rim ever.
Yeah, I don't hit the basket ever. Too.
All nylon. All nylon. Come on. 1:13 to go. Here's O'Neal the other way. And a kick.
In fairness, I don't hate the call.
Okay.
Because there was definitely the first contact was the ball hitting the foot.
Sure.
Then O'Neal kind of going into the body there.
Yeah.
Had it not hit the foot, I think it would have been a block. But I don't mind not giving the foul call if it retains Carroll possession.
Rainbow almost went down. Love that arc from the outside from Meg Sheridan off the lefty shot.
Oh.
Good move, but going to have to reset the offense here. 52 seconds left in this second quarter.
She thought about the three there. But if I'm Central, I don't mind shooting a bit of those threes to try and get back in this game.
And nice block. Opportunity for Sheridan. There's the ball. Contact, and she'll shoot too. That's a heck of a pass. More like throwing not to where the receiver is, but where it's going to be, quarterback style. Sheridan's not even looking. Just go get it. Oh, there it is. Great job by her to continue running on to it. And you're going to see a lot of contact here, but that's an excellent transition look.
I just hope Gaines Diho, if I pronounce her last name correctly, I just hope that
Ditto,
excuse me. I just hope that she's okay because she took quite a hit trying to stop Sheridan at the rim.
Rare miss at the foul line there for Archbishop Carroll, and it's pulled right away by Grace O'Neal. Up ahead, and she's clipped from behind. Into the bonus goes Carroll, the 8th team foul against Central.
An opportunity for points, 19 and 20 for O'Neal.
What a half. I think we might have our, barring some sort of massive comeback, might have our post-game interview all set up.
Yeah. And the other thing is O'Neal sat for the first 4 minutes of this quarter. It's not like she's been in the whole time.
Sure, that's efficiency.
Oh,
Wow.
this is the front end.
24 seconds left in the half.
I don't know if this game's going to be won and lost at the front end,
No.
Bob.
No.
You know that's my go-to phrase.
Oh, great pass.
Plenty of time.
Great look.
O'Neal, good finish off the assist from Chloe Bleckley.
There's 20.
Final 4 seconds. And at the horn, almost went down, but we go to the half, 35-7.
Shot looked good there. Off the iron, it was one of their closer threes attempted so far today. In a tough situation, but it's 35-7, another football score at halftime, and it looks like Bob is down with the coach.
Renee Shields with us here courtside. Renee, heck of a first half for your team. What went well out there for the team?
I thought we moved the ball really well. I think Grace is really excited to be out on the floor, playing really well, shooting very well. And then defensively, we have to make some adjustments for the second half.
We got Grace at 20 points in the first half. That would be quite the game. I don't know if we'll see her for the full second, but man, what a start.
She can really shoot the ball, and I think she just wants, like I said, eager to get back on the court and just get our team going again. So she's one of a kind.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Enjoy the second half. Thank you. We'll send it back up to our crew, Will and Ray. Thanks so much.
Yeah, again, Grace O'Neal, 20 points in the first half, 20 of their 35. And I think that says a lot that the other girls still have scored 15, and it's a strong team. A reason why they were the number 1 seed going into the PCL playoffs. It's because it's not just Grace O'Neal. She certainly does have help, even though today she does have 20 of their 35. Outscoring Central 20-7.
I think that a huge thing is that we have to remind everyone that Central's still going to state. They're still going to go to the playoffs, and I feel like it's just like the last game. It's a learning experience. You're playing one of the best women's teams that you can play in the state of Pennsylvania. You're playing them. You're getting some learning experience, being able to deal with this pressure and this special defense that Carroll has been able to put out against Central, and being able to learn from that defense and being able to adjust during this half and sort of trying to develop an offense to be able to beat this defense.
Absolutely. And now we'll send it over to we'll actually go to halftime as we'll step away for a second.
Third quarter about to get underway here from LaSalle College High School, site of the District 12 6A girls title game. Bob Long, Ray Gomez, and Will Ryan alongside, and we're back underway in the second half. Tough shot won't go. And Grace O'Neill, we didn't know how much we'd see of her in the second half. She dishes a great assist. Didn't quite go off the glass, but a lot of contact. Sends Archbishop Carroll to the line. Meg Sheridan.
We've now seen two teams today that really like sharing the ball, right? Grace O'Neill, she's got 20 points. She could, be quote-unquote selfish, take that herself, finding the open girl. Nice job. And Sheridan knocks the first down at the line.
And the third personal foul goes against Sophia Meir. First team foul here in the second half.
I just want to say, Sheridan, good job staying on her feet. I was really scared for her because her feet came up from under her.
Could have been a dangerous play.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just happy to see that she's okay and kept her balance. And being able to hit both free throws from the charity stripe, great job.
And Bob, for a second straight game, we are in a running clock situation.
Tough shot, no good. Rebound brought down by number 22, Taylor Wilson.
I know we've been talking about Grace O'Neill the whole game because obviously she's an amazing player. But I feel like we got to talk about Wilson a little bit, who's been a great, do everything player for this Carroll team, being able to get rebounds just like that, being able to play great defense, and being able to finish. Oh, I was going to say finish just like she did, but I jinxed it. But
it was those tight rims, Ray.
I know, it is these tight rims. They got to play on the half court. They're way better.
That's right.
I'm sure Will would agree with me on that one.
6:53 to go third quarter. Archbishop Carroll in the white, Central in the maroon. Great look inside, and that one does go down. Taylor Wilson on the assist from Maggie Grant.
That was a heck of a finish there by Wilson. My goodness, catching high, finishing high. Not an easy angle either.
And another giveaway. Here comes O'Neill. Lob inside for Grant, readjusts. And that one's last touched by Carroll to go back the other way. Great patience there by O'Neill.
I thought the lob was going to Wilson for a quick second, but Grant comes running out of nowhere, being able to get that ball. It was a good look, just didn't fall. O'Neill showing how she's an amazing scorer, an amazing defender, and an amazing passer. All what you want in your starting point guard for this Carroll team.
Yeah, two of these Archbishop Carroll players going to play in the City Six next year. We mentioned Grace O'Neill already. A Drexel commit, Maggie Grant, going to play for Denise Dillon and Villanova.
V for Villanova, Bob. That's all I have to say. I was watching March Madness. They were showing the best finishes of all time. 2016, Chris Jenkins, buzzer beater. I remember watching that live. I didn't go into school the next day for a reason. I couldn't sleep that whole night. Just what an amazing game that was.
What a great save from Grace O'Neill. See if we can't get another look at this one. As that ball's heading towards the sideline, just whacks this off the defender and out of bounds off of Central. Really, really nicely done. Now Archbishop Carroll looking to get set on the other end. Open three, feigned, and the travel will give it right back to Central. Yes, I also was watching that one live, Ray. That was a lot of fun. About 30 rows up on the sideline.
Oh, Bob, I wish I was there. I could only imagine the atmosphere.
It was fantastic. Great experience. Tremendous victory for Villanova. Started the program on it, and it was already on a great trajectory, but shedded the mindset of the national media that they couldn't get it past the first weekend. Okay, we'll just win 6. How's that for you? Out of bounds, last touch by Central. 4:37 in ticking here in the third quarter. This is an Archbishop Carroll team with a lot of success in the state tournament. In 2019, they won the Philadelphia Catholic League, ran all the way through the state tournament before losing to Char Valley from Pittsburgh in the state title game. In 2020, they were heading through to the quarterfinals. Stop me if you heard that before, when COVID stopped everything. So they had dreams of a state title that year as well. And then in 2021, they ran into an excellent Nazareth team in the first round of the playoffs. And, Will, I remember we were here calling these games last year together and thinking about how, hey, this is a team, and a travel is going to give it right back to Central. This is a team that has a lot of underclassmen. They weren't really maybe we're graduating one contributor, and a lot of these girls are going to be back. We'll look at that. An undefeated Catholic League regular season, and they got as good a shot as anybody at 6A. That three is good. Number 10, Kylie Fry.
I will say that I love the passing that this Carroll team's doing. So unselfish, looking for the best look possible. Certainly not the best pass right there. Shocked there was no foul call, but being able to recover the ball, being able to just find the open shooter right here. Not in, but it's those tight rims, Bob, I swear to God.
An offensive rebound pulled down. And I think a jump ball. Unfortunate that number 3, Cortland Schumacher, hit the deck after the whistle.
All smiles from Schumacher, though. That's always a good sign. By the way, I thought it was a travel on the catch and shoot opportunity. I thought that, number 32 in white.
Yeah, Lizzie
Hennessy. I thought she caught it and then took her 2 steps. It was not it was a delayed step in a little bit. Just something I saw that I guess I wanted to point out, but
yeah,
not of great importance.
A little bit of a James Harden step back, if you want to say so.
That's right. Traveling rules across the city of Philadelphia getting a little looser after that trade. Good bucket from Central. 2:10 to go, third quarter.
There's some life in the Central team, and I gotta say that there's a little bit of a fan section being able to cheer them on defense, putting some life into the Central team in the second half.
I can feel the rumble underneath our seats. My goodness, yes. Banging the seats in front of us. There's some energy, like you said, Ray, and a giveaway. No numbers here. And so that's the right decision to pull it back. Hoisting the 3.
Oh, great play.
Give it up. Hennessy.
Unselfish basketball right there.
And maybe a little too unselfish there. A travel will give it back to Central. But you're never going to knock a little bit being a little too unselfish.
She had the right idea, obviously. Defender closed out. Though, if I were her, I would have done a little bit of a pump fake and then go up, try and cause some contacts. But you always love to see the unselfish basketball.
No doubt about it. Hennessy's had a great game off the bench. Hit a couple of threes. Gotten the offense going. Open 3. That one's no good off the back iron, but yet another offensive rebound for Central. Pulled away there. Great defense. And tipped away by Central and out of bounds right in front of us. Last touch by
Hogan.
Senayaya. Gaines, ditto.
Oh, I guess I missaw who hit it. For some reason, I thought it was Hogan.
.38 seconds to go in the third quarter. A grab at
That's her 4th.
29 seconds left, third quarter.
That's Hogan's 4th foul. I think they're just going to let her play, try and help this Central team like that, getting a turnover, hurt them on the fast break here. They need some threes, and number 10's the perfect way to do it. Who is
That's an offensive foul, moving screen.
Frey. Well,
that's going to go against Liliana David.
I have to admit, Frey, I certainly commend her for having the confidence to take the threes that she's been taking, especially against this great Carroll defense, being confident, not being afraid of the closing out. And she even hit 2, so she's having herself a decent night. I'm pretty sure she's leading Central in scoring.
We head to the fourth quarter. 39-12, Carroll in control. They're going to earn the 1 seed from District 12 in the 6A playoffs. Your broadcast team, Bob Long, Will Ryan, and Ray Gomez.
Bob, I have a score to report. Math, Civics, and Sciences takes down the West Catholic Burrs, 67-57 in the 3A Boys City Championship. MCS will be the number 1 seed heading into the state playoffs.
Oh.
Congrats to the Elephants.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good win there.
Yeah.
Over a really good West Catholic team.
Well, exciting news for the broadcast. 2 running clock games. We need something to spice it up a little bit.
Well, I want to get a score as well. We have a lot of Archbishop Wood fans hanging on to our broadcast as well after a big win that they had, the girls did, over Mastery North. Want to see if we can get a shout on their score. No broadcast there tonight from Father Judge, but they are playing boys Latin, and that is a win or go home game for Archbishop Wood.
I will say, shout out to Wood. Let's shout out Colin Gillespie, Villanova player, Wood graduate. Always got to shout out the Wood players. Mom went there, uncles went there. Great school.
And a travel will give it right back.
If you want to shout out Wood players, I think it's also appropriate to shout out Andrew Funk
and
the season that he's having up at Bucknell. There was kind of a viral video recently of him hitting a corner three as time ran down, and the announcer's reaction, natural, pure bingo. It was a fun reaction by the announcer. But Andrew Funk, I want to say averaging something close to 18.5 per game up at Bucknell. So shout out to him as well when you're talking about Archbishop Wood grads.
I'm just thinking Villanova now. March Madness is approaching. Got to think some Nova.
Well, if you're thinking Nova, let's go Demir Cosby Roundtree from Newman Goretti. Now, he's not playing at this point, had some injuries, but is serving in a – well, he did actually play early on, but not going to get back on the floor this year, continuing to serve in an administrative capacity on the team. Smart guy who's going to continue to do things in basketball. And then big Eric Dixon from the Abington Ghosts. He's had a great year as well. A lot of Philadelphia talent on this Villanova team.
How about Jordan Longino? Got some key minutes last night. Germantown Academy graduate.
Yep, no doubt.
I saw him play for the first time. I guess it was the 3 seasons ago. Season opener, Germantown Academy versus LaSalle. And Longino put up something like 28 points, but lost by about 20 to a LaSalle team that actually struggled mightily that year. 3 and 11 or 4 and 11, 3 and 11.
I think that
Philadelphia Catholic League season.
Wasn't that your freshman year and my sophomore year?
It was
I remember
indeed.
that team.
Yeah.
Now Central into a zone, 5:48 to go, fourth quarter. And Central, that's really good defense. A jump ball. It will stay here on the alternate possession.
I like the energy that Central's been playing with. I mean, little late, but you love to see it. Love to see the fight that they have in them. But certainly learning from this game. I think that they came out of the half understanding this Carroll defense a little better and being able to score a little better. And I'm sure the crowd is helping too.
To continue our PCL graduate conversation, in terms of Archbishop Carroll, an important one, Anquan Hill just won Rookie of the Year in the Northeast Athletic Conference for Fairleigh Dickinson. Big kudos to him. He had a couple 30-point games last year for Archbishop Carroll. So congratulations to the 6'10 freshman.
Unsurprising to me. He's a guy that was continuing to grow into his body and started to be able to go more inside his senior year. Excellent passer, can shoot it from deep. Not surprising at all that he's having a success. And another guy, he didn't finish his career at Carroll, but A.J. Hogard.
Michigan State, absolutely.
State.
Coatesville product as well. So I guess a Huntington Prep graduate from the Coatesville area. Archbishop Carroll for a couple seasons. PCL graduates are all around the league.
No doubt
all
about
around
it.
the NCAA and thriving.
Michaela Henry, by the way, got a big reaction from the bench as she hit the three. She'll check out. And some new players coming out there. Brooke Olander comes in. Brooke Wilson into the game as well. And Bridget Archibald. They may have, my guess here, Ray and Will, looks like maybe some JV jerseys out there.
I was going to say the same thing. You know you're on the third line when the jerseys are different.
Yeah. By the way, sweet. Love those numbers. That's a good look.
It is a good look. It reminds me a little bit. We talked about this earlier. Gwen and Mercy's jersey numbers are kind of like that. Nice jerseys, absolutely.
Yeah, last touch there by Carroll. They got a good look at it, but give it right back to Central. 42-20, 42-12, 3:24 to go, fourth quarter.
I think speaking of PCL graduates. I don't know if he counts technically, but
Oh, boy.
are we going to count Jalen Duran? I mean, he did go to Roman Catholic.
Oh, Jalen Duran, sure, yeah, from Memphis.
I think we got to throw him
2
in.
out of 3 of his high school years.
Yeah.
I count it. I count it.
Majority rules, maybe?
Majority rules there.
Okay. How about, if we're doing this, how about the gentleman from the University of Miami, one Mr. Isaiah Wong?
Well,
from-
he definitely
Oh my
he
gosh,
definitely
what an
counts.
amazing
Well, I
because,
know he
yeah,
counts, yeah.
Bonner,
Yeah.
Prendy.
But how about the year he's having?
Oh my gosh.
Well, as
that
a
whole Miami team.
as the back-to-back MVP, you kind of expect success at the next level. But to have that much success in such
Oh,
a
yeah.
good league, I mean, I believe he was projected, I guess, a preseason like second-team All-ACC
Right.
selection, and he's living up to that.
And then, of course, on the girls' side, right, Caitlin Oriole, we talked about her doing getting some minutes for Villanova. She was an unbelievable player. Philadelphia Catholic League MVP, I think, multiple times. Her and Ryan Allen were a tremendous duo last year. That's a bucket. Count it. And one for Brooke Olander. A great move, and we'll get another look at this one here, Ray. That's a great entry pass. Then walk me through this quick power dribble to the hoop.
A power dribble, nice finish. Obviously, she slaps her hand while she's trying to bring up the ball. Being able to bring up the ball through that contact, some nice little bully ball, getting the nice finish off the glass.
And Ray, I often preach catch high, finish high if you're a big, but if you can get that power dribble through, go through the contact and finish, that's just as, if not more, impressive.
Under 2 minutes to go. Archbishop Carroll is going to win. They're going to win the District 12 title. Bob Zanio, the athletic director of LaSalle, is going to present them with the championship plaque. And then we will grab none other than Grace O'Neill to talk to her about her team's victory after the conclusion of the trophy presentation. Can they grab another bucket here in the final minute? Last touch by Central. It'll be Carroll basketball.
Before we, I guess, finish this game, one last PCL graduate, and it's a fun one. Someone, if you watch Bob Long Sports, you'll be familiar with. Charles Ireland was a 59% three-point shooter for the Explorers in terms of the high school last year. Walk-on at LaSalle University, and he's 1 for 1 on the year from 3. He got in against Fairleigh Dickinson and was 1 for 1, got a shot up at the buzzer and knocked it down. So Charles Ireland, another shout-out.
He was one of my favorites in recent memory here at LaSalle, and I saw my buddy Charles at the Palestra the other night. Great to see him there. He was hanging out with Caleb Bryant. Caleb Bryant was there for both games. Said he told me he was supporting his buddy Thomas Sorber. I get it. The big men, they run in packs there, and they're going to be 2 formidable big men. What a great block that was next year in the Catholic League.
I mean, Will, I'm sure you're excited to see this LaSalle team next year. Of course, got to bring it up to some LaSalle basketball. It's certainly going to be an interesting team, losing Nick Serrano, losing Sam Brown, Chris Williams, but you're gonna have the I always call him Horace Grant. Oh,
Horace Simmons, that's
Horace
right.
Simmons show.
Final couple of seconds, though, and Archbishop Carroll wins this one going away. Year 2022 District 12 6A Girls Champions. They earned the #1 seed in the state playoffs. And, guys, a long way to go for this team, and I think a team that has every right to think of themselves as state title contenders going forward.
Absolutely. You got one of the best girls in the area. Plain and simple. Grace O'Neill is one of the best. So when you have a superstar like Grace O'Neill, it's plausible to think that this Archbishop Carroll team, could make it to Hershey.
Oh, I think they have a really good shot at Hershey because they got some grit in them. They got the depth like Wood, and they have the team mentality like Wood. But their defense, I would argue, is even better than Wood. They certainly showed it today, only holding Central to 14 points the whole game. And Grace O'Neill, just what an amazing player she is. She is a blast to watch. Drexel certainly has an amazing player in her next year.
Yeah, you said it best. Fun to watch, or a blast to watch. Fun to watch. I mean, the way she can knock it down from beyond the arc, really, really comfortable in the mid-range. Some people might say it's a dying art. Certainly not at the high school level. Grace O'Neill, really, really impressive from the mid-range, and leading Archbishop Carroll to a 47-14 victory. We'll get some pictures, some District 12 affiliates, I shouldn't say affiliates, but representatives here, as well as Archbishop Carroll fans, getting some pictures of the 6A District 12 city champs.
You know, Will, what I have to say to that is, to mid-range being a dying art, I don't think so. I think that though it may not be as efficient as a 3, I think that it's important, especially for Grace O'Neal's repertoire, being able to be a great ball handler and dribbler like she is, and being able to pass the ball like she does, being able to drive in, much rather, she's not the tallest girl player out there, but being able to stop, set your feet, go up for a mid-range shot on the corners or in the center. That is a perfect thing for her. Being able to maybe pump fake a mid-range shot, get a pass into the post. It's perfect for her game.
Yep, and she's really, really comfortable, you said, in the short corners, about like, I want to say probably 8 feet away from the basket in both short corners, any rim. Really, really nice. Nice arc on the shot. Again, not the biggest player out there, but certainly one of the most fundamentally sound. And we'll send it down to Bob, who's with Grace.
Grace O'Neal is with us, victorious here this evening. Great game for you. We had you for 20 in the first half. What went well out there for you?
I think just being like confident, shoot the ball, and I think we played really well as a team.
So now you guys win the District 12 title. Bigger and better things on the horizon. The goal, I'm sure, is a state title game. What do you think it's going to take to get there?
I think just continuing to play like the way we've played all season and being very competitive in practice will really help us.
Tell me about your coach, Renee Shields. Does a great job getting you guys ready to play. What's it like in a normal practice and then on game day with her on the bench?
I mean, our coaches do a phenomenal job, like, getting us ready to play. I mean, they even come in and scrimmage with us. We tell them, like, they're the hardest people that we play against. Like, no matter who we play against, like, they're the hardest people. So they just do a phenomenal job, like, helping us get prepared for a game and, like, staying after with us for shots. So that all really helps us.
Well, we wish you the best the rest of the way. Thanks for taking the time to do this, and we'll be following along as you guys move through the state tournament.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's Grace O'Neal with us. Thank you again for your time. Send it back up to you guys to shut us down for the evening. A great evening of basketball here from LaSalle.
Ray, certainly a fun night. Blast calling 2 games. And again, you know, Central and Mastery North, certainly the score might not show it. 2 good teams, 2 teams that will have a good shot in 6A and 4A respectively. And then you've got Archbishop Carroll and Archbishop Wood, 2 teams that could be considered favorites in their respective classifications. And it'll be fun to follow along the rest of the way for those 2 well-coached, talented teams.